Hi guys, and welcome to a very special side anime podcast. I have my very good friend, some of you might not know who he is, GoProKyo. How are you?
Hey guys, I'm doing all right. How's it going?
Good. This podcast is going to be very, very fun because we're going to be talking about Trigun. This is an anime that...
Oh, my dear friend.
Oh, yeah. This is an anime that Kyo's been telling me to watch. Like, go watch it. I'm like, okay, maybe. And then I finally watched it, and I was like, why did I not watch this anime sooner? It's so good. Before we get into Trigun, I just want to quickly introduce ourselves. I'm JaianMusic. This is my channel. I podcast about anime. I do anime remixes and covers. And I'm joined with my good friend, Kyo. Kyo, quickly introduce yourself to the viewers.
Hey guys. Basically, I'm an animator, voice actor, writer. I do a lot of stuff on the channel Daydreamer Studios. You can also find me on Twitter at GoProKyo, or you can find me also on YouTube with my personal channel, also called GoProKyo. I post animations, voiceover stuff, abridged series, all kinds of cool stuff. And I've been working with Jaian for about has it been a year or almost 2 years?
Oh, yeah, at least 2 years, I think. I mean, yeah, no, we've been
almost
doing
2 years.
Yeah, at least 2 years. Like, this is like, it's been a good time. Like, it's been a good while.
Jaian does a lot of music for us.
Yeah, and he does all the artwork for me, so it's a great bond.
Yeah.
I didn't know what word to use.
We have a barter system as well. Yeah.
Friendship.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
All right, so let's get into this anime. Trigun. Okay.
Please.
Okay.
Please, yes.
I love this anime so much. Vash the Stampede, the main character, this guy is wanted for $60 billion double dollars, and right from the first episode, like he's like running away from people trying to like catch him and stuff, and like people are just gunning him down. And this anime is absolutely amazing. Like, what was your first thought, and like how did you get into like Trigun?
When I first got into Trigun, I actually didn't find it the conventional way that everybody else seems to, like Toonami or like TV. I actually found it on YouTube.
Oh, really?
And not through like video clips of the show, but like well, technically, but in an AMV, which stands for animated music video. People will chop up like pieces of an anime and then set it to a song, and it was set to a song that I had recently got really into, which was a song by AC/DC called Big Gun. And I feel like that
oh, it's a great track.
Kind of really got me into yeah, it really got me into the imagery of it and the music. It kind of meshed pretty well together with the series, and I was like, this kind of looks like the same animation style as Pokemon. And like at the time I was not into anime, I was more into like cartoons and stuff. But I ended up looking it up, and I found, it's on YouTube, it's on Netflix, and originally Funimation used to upload like all their English dub stuff to their YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. But nowadays they don't, or they have like the first 4 episodes of whatever, and then the rest of it is all subbed, so you have to like go to the website and like buy the dub stuff, which is what they work so hard on. And so when we finally got Netflix in my house, that's when I like the first thing I did was look up anime on Netflix, and I found Trigun as one of the first things, and I crushed through the whole series within a month. Yeah.
I mean, I finished the whole series in like, I think like 2 weeks. I mean, I was watching like 3-4 episodes a night, and like some nights off. And like, what really got me into Trigun was, I mean, Vash's character. I find him like so compelling, and like I can't think of another like protagonist that's as I don't know what word to use to describe him. He has like, I'm going to use this word, and I don't care what people think. He's got this swag to him, okay? And he's like defeating everyone.
Okay.
Like,
there's a funny little joke there. There's a funny joke
Go
there.
ahead.
That word is in fact used in the film, like the movie.
Oh, I didn't watch the movie yet. Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like a joke about that, but like I'm not going to spoil it for you. I mean, it's kind of a throwaway joke, but still like this. The fact that you use that word and it's like tied into the film, so like I couldn't let that go.
Right. I mean, I absolutely love Vash's character. I love what can I even I don't even know where to begin. Like, I mean, I just think that the way he deals with like the enemies that come in, like the first like big bad guy that I really enjoy was like the Nebraska brothers, and they show up and they're like,
okay, so episode 5
ahead.
is easily my favorite episode out of the series. Like, it's the first. I mean, it takes like 5 episodes for Vash to actually pull his gun and use it. Like.
Right.
When does that ever happen? Like, if you have a character that has, like, a superpower or some kind of signature, like, for example, Naruto, in the first episode, the thing that we all know him for is the clone jutsu, and that's used in the very first episode. And, like, try to imagine him not learning that until, like, 5 episodes in. Like, say, like, it's when they get to, like, training with Kakashi, like, I feel like it would have been more interesting that way, and I think that it's interesting in the sense that you're kind of really wanting him to draw his gun because, one, the gun looks really freaking cool.
Right.
And 2, the fact of the matter is, like, he's such a different character from the way everybody else is describing him, and we're not, and the audience is kind of not entirely sure who Vash is for a little while. Like, I think in the second episode, I caught on and I was like, okay, that's Vash.
Right. Well, I kind of knew like Vash was Vash from the beginning just because like you let me know, and I looked up like pictures of him, and I find it's like, okay, so you're an artist and you love drawings and everything. I absolutely love like the way he's drawn and like how he's like taller and that red coat and that blonde spiky hair. He's got a really, really cool look. I don't know why, but it kind of like reminded me of like Naruto before he was even getting like at the academy and he had those goggles on his forehead.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of like that for some reason, but like he's got an amazing character, and I absolutely like his design. Can you talk about it a little bit to us? Like what's your opinion on his design and how he looks and everything?
It really does fit like his like the environment that he lives in. I mean, most would argue that like a cloak is probably not the best thing to wear, but like especially in the desert. But one, I think the blood red color, one is sort of red is a color that kind of intimidates people. Like just the color sets off a trigger in your brain that this person is probably more aggressive than you expect. And I mean, the color of the cloak kind of ties into Vash's past and his character, but I don't want to get into that because that's kind of a spoiler territory. I mean, I know most of our podcasts are kind of spoiler heavy, but in this case, I feel like it's something that the audience kind of has to get into.
Right.
And interestingly, like I had talked to one of my friends about like the piercing on his ear.
Right.
Like for a while, I didn't know the like I can't remember which side it's supposed to mean. Like if you only have one side of your ear pierced, or I can't remember which direction it's supposed to be, but it's supposed to be like, I don't know, like a gay euphemism or something.
Oh, is it? I didn't know.
I don't know which side. I think it's supposed to be the left side. But ultimately he's unique enough, but he's not necessarily scary. I mean, it's sort of it's a fitting design, but when you see the character in sort of situations where he acts silly, it fits. It just perfectly fits. Even though like he kind of has those moments in the way they frame him and shoot him, he looks really badass. Like the first episode, you'll see him and he's wearing his glasses, and the glasses are like kind of reflecting off and like making sure you don't see his eyes, which makes like when you can't make eye contact with a character or a person, that kind of makes that person or character a little intimidating.
Right. I mean, he is
and
absolutely
really
badass.
Adds to Vash's character.
No, but I want to say
yeah.
He's absolutely badass, and I love his nickname he's given the humanoid typhoon. Like, I mean, you can't have a more badass name than the humanoid typhoon.
Oh yeah.
Like that's absolutely amazing. Are you kidding me? I love that.
The whole series, like so many of the characters have like subtitle names. Like you have like the villains that come in later in the show, and they all have like these cool nicknames, and they're like kind of tie into their Western like environment that they're living in. And it's really it really immerses you in the world that they live in.
Right.
It feels so Western and so sci-fi all at the same time.
No, for sure. I wanted to talk about Meryl and Millie, like at the beginning of the anime. For those of you who did not know, Kyo and I, we started podcasting on this other like series I do on my channel called Anime Podcasters. Recently, we had an episode on dynamic duos. I really feel like Meryl and Millie are like a very good duo, and they balance each other out. I mean, like Millie is this way more like a smiley, optimistic character, but can also pack a big punch. And like I feel like Meryl's like more of the determined type, and like kind of like picks up where like Millie slacks off, and they really like combine together. They're really good. Can you talk about like their relationship a bit, and also like maybe touch on like how did they know who Vash was at the beginning, and then like they realized, wait, you're Vash the Stampede? Like just like kind of like tie it all in for us.
Honestly, the show is pretty much just about these four characters. Like, you also have Wolfwood, who comes into the show later.
We'll talk about him. We'll talk about him. Don't worry.
These two characters, they play off each other very well. Like, they're two completely polar opposite characters in the sense that, like one, like you said, one is the happy-go-lucky, one is the other one that kind of picks up where the other slacks off, and honestly, the dynamic between them is kind of what helps carry the series along with Vash.
Right.
Like, you could switch. I mean, honestly, you could have a series with just the two of them, but it kind of helps to have Vash on the other side of things, because like you can switch between like different parts of the story, and like you can like sort of develop one part of the story that's gonna eventually lead up to like say Millie and Meryl are in one scene, and then eventually it's gonna build up to like finding out Vash is in the same place, and then something crazy happens, and so on. If all that makes sense, I'm not sure. Like, I feel like I'm going off.
No, go ahead. We're nerding out. Go ahead. Go off. We're nerding out. Don't worry. I mean, go ahead. And I was watching the series with Church, and I was like messaging him like between and during episodes. I was like,
yeah.
Oh my God, this is happening. Oh my God, this is going down. Like, I kind of like I want to talk about Wolfwood, and then I want to kind of talk about other like those things that made me freak out, which is going to be more of a spoilerish kind of thing. But so we'll put it towards the end of the podcast. But okay, Wolfwood, I love this guy. I don't know where to begin. Like, okay, absolutely amazing like counterpart to Vash. I love like there's finally like an equal to Vash. I feel like Vash is like this top tier character. No one can like kind of be on his level in terms of like he's defeating everyone and everything. But like Wolfwood shows up when they're like when they're riding that like truck or bus. I don't even know whatever it was throughout the desert, and they're on the same ride together. And then what was that happened again? It was like an invasion of robots or something like that, right?
Yeah, they had a quick stop, and then like one of the kids got kidnapped, or somebody got taken by robots.
Yeah. And then like Vash and Wolfwood like collaborate together to like get the kid back and everything. They hop off the ride, and then everyone's like, what's going on? And like we saw them like work together in action, and I thought they worked really, really well together. Like, kind of, what are your thoughts on Wolfwood? Like, as a character, as a counterpart to Vash, like, how do you feel about Wolfwood?
I feel like Wolfwood is supposed to be what Sasuke is to Naruto, but a lot better. Like, I like Naruto, and a lot of you will say like, oh, well, you make the abridged series. Well, like, I love Trigun a lot more.
Trigun abridged?
All honesty, because,
Trigun abridged?
I did have a trailer for that, but I never got that off the ground. Basically, Wolfwood is sort of a little bit edgier than Vash, but
definitely
he's not defined by the fact that he's supposed to be edgier and the opposite of Vash's character. He actually has his own character. He's not made to simply be Vash's opposite or his equal.
Okay.
And quite honestly, the two of them together, they have some of the funniest like banter.
Oh, they do. They really do.
In the whole show. Like,
They really do.
Oh, yeah. Whereas, like, Sasuke, he's just there to mostly be, like, an obstacle for Naruto.
Right.
And, like, Naruto has to overcome that, but, and, like, somehow they, like, end up with creating a bond, and I don't entirely get it. I mean, I just don't know. But quite honestly, Wolfwood is probably the perfect equal to Vash, next to his brother.
Oh my God. Okay. For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm as we were podcasting, I have like the Trigun Wikia open with me, and I'm on the Wolfwood's page at the moment, and apparently, like, there's like this trivia about him. According to the author, the initial for it's because his full name is Nicholas D. Wolfwood. The D apparently stands for daily cigarette intake when you translate it. I don't know why, but that's pretty funny.
He is always smoking though.
He is.
So like that's the thing.
He is. All right. Spoiler warning. We're gonna go into some major spoiler stuff. So jump out right here.
Yeah. So again, haven't seen the series. Time to go watch it. Stop the podcast. Maybe listen to the other anime podcasters.
Yeah.
But first, go watch the
10
series.
episodes for you guys.
Yeah.
All right. I want to talk about. I want to talk about Rem.
Okay.
Big
Big spoiler right off the bat there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hey, we warned them, dude. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
So she's
those
like,
who didn't listen.
I know, right? People are like raging, like throwing their headphones across the room. No.
Yeah.
He said Rem. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Go on.
like,
Go on.
Rem is like. She's part of Project Seeds and like a crew member with Vash and Knives, which is Vash's brother. We're gonna get to him too, and she's like basically like a caretaker for those two. And
she's
everything.
essentially their surrogate. She's their surrogate parent, their surrogate mother.
Exactly. Okay. And like I really liked her character, and I felt like when Vash flashed back to her, it kind of like gave me like it kind of opened up the more tender side to Vash. I know Vash also has this thing where like when he's defeating an enemy, he doesn't want anyone to die. Like he's making sure everything, like nobody, like you know what I mean? Like he doesn't want to destroy the city. He doesn't want like anyone to get hurt. So like he gets everyone out of town before a certain battle and everything. And I feel like when he flashbacks to Rem, I kind of understand more of that side of him because it shows kind of his tenderness as a character. But like, do you like Rem? Like how do you feel about Rem as a character?
I really like Rem. I like the idea of seeing Vash's roots and kind of a little bit of background on the world that they're living on.
Right.
And it's not too much. Like it's just what, like 2 episodes of that, or is it like just the one? Because I can't remember the order.
I'm pretty sure there was 2. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like if not, then there was at least like 1 episode, and it dedicated the entire thing to just like letting us learn about where Vash and Knives came from, and like what their upbringing was like, and just like how. Just kind of how things got started. And honestly, Rem as a character, I really, really like. I really like her in the sense that she's not necessarily a Princess Peach type of character. Like she's not a stereotype of a mother, I guess. I mean, Peach is not a mother figure in all honesty, but like I'm just saying, like she's not a stereotyped female character. Like she's not like a stock. She's not like a piece of stock footage. Like she's completely unique in the sense that she offers the point of view that Vash grows up with, and he kind of takes the whole thing that Rem says to heart. And then like you see Knives like take the exact opposite route, and you see sort of like how the wheels get turning in the two boys' head, and that kind of separates them like in terms of their philosophy and their mindsets. And so you kind of you kind of see exactly how like kind of just how these characters are, like why there's a conflict, why they act the way they do.
Right. So now you put that together really nicely, and I think it's a good way to put it. I wanna jump because we mentioned him. I want to jump to this character, Knives.
Oh yes.
Like I mean, he's basically the ultimate antagonist of the series, and like Vash's brother.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love Knives. I love how like Because I love a compelling villain. I love a good villain.
Absolutely.
Knives. Had I watched Knives back when we did the villains podcast, I would have put him on my list. Because
Oh yeah.
this is what I like about Knives. Knives appears super innocent, and like when he goes to like destroy like the spaceships and everything, and all those crew members die. He basically sets that all up by himself, and he's like a little kid. And I'm like, what is happening right now? Like this kid's like an evil genius. I love it. I mean,
And like the thing that the funny thing is, you don't see him like being evil as an adult as much as you do as a kid. So that's actually a little more scary, like when you're seeing him as a child, like committing these horrible things. And then there's like the scene where Vash finds him in the office, and then there's the dead body, and like Knives is so very calm about it, and he's just like so casual about the fact that he pretty much just killed somebody.
I mean, he's like an old school like Light Yagami who doesn't give a crap about killing people.
yeah. I mean, like honestly, like if I had to choose between Light and Knives, I would definitely say Knives is probably a much cooler villain. That's just my my take.
I agree.
On it, quite honestly.
Knives is I don't know how to like put it into words, and this is a podcast, so obviously perfect timing, right? But Knives is super compelling as a villain. Knives is like, I think we're talking about dynamic duos and like Vash's counterpart. Like I think he takes it over like Wolfwood as a counterpart. I feel like without Knives there is no Trigun. Without Knives, even though he shows up really towards the end and like he has like that whole team with Legato, which we'll talk about too. Like that anime ending, like he conducts that and he's like, and we all think it's like all Legato's like the bad guy and everything, but no, it was Knives the whole time, and I love that.
Yeah, like Knives is sort of he's sort of like the mastermind that's pulling all the strings for like all the like all those several characters that Vash eventually faces off against, and like Knives kind of treats them like playing cards. He just like throws them out onto the table and just sees like how Vash is going to react to it, and like how pretty much all of those characters die, but not always by Vash's hand. Like somehow they get it to a point where those guys that Vash has to fight, they just have to die, and that really gets to Vash, because killing is like it's just something that pushes him over the edge. He cannot handle it. Like it's something that he absolutely despises.
No, for sure. All right, so we mentioned this guy, and we'll probably talk about him, and then final thoughts. Legato. I love Legato too as a villain. He devotes himself to like Knives and like makes his main goal to like make like Vash like suffer and like have eternal pain.
Yeah.
And like I guess if Knives is the first, he's second in command to Knives basically. And two things I want to talk about him specifically. That scene in the bar where like he just destroys everyone, how he's basically introduced. I love that. He was absolutely like amazing.
Oh yeah.
And that was like a great.
Every character has like a perfect introduction in this show. Like I know everybody's not introduced through a bar, but like it seems like a bar is always involved with like introducing a character. Like there was Vash's introduction, the introduction of Frank Marlin from episode 3. And there's Legato in the bar, like. But I know it's a western, but like lots of bars in this show.
It's a western, yeah, yeah. But like, but to counter what on the opposite spectrum though, the way Legato goes out, where he's just like Vash, kill me, shoot me, and then that's it, and he dies. I find that to be super disappointing. I don't know why, but I was like, that's how he's gonna go out. I was like, come on. What? Really? Like, how did you feel about him going out like that?
I think it was a good way to do it, because like pretty much Legato's goal is to break Vash, and in the end it does mean Legato wants to die. He wants to be dead. And like it's kind of his goal to make sure that Vash is suffering. And to Legato, the ultimate way to get Vash to suffer was to get Vash to kill somebody, and ultimately that was Legato. And so in my opinion, like I feel like Legato kind of got like, in a sense, like just in figure of speech here, he kind of got the last laugh, and like he got the satisfaction of knowing that he basically broke him. And like for two other episodes, we see like Vash is broken and he's not wanting to get up. He's just sitting there contemplating the fact that he just took a life, even though it wasn't entirely his decision. But like the fact that he had to kill one life to save another life, or a couple other lives, just the fact that he took a life in general is just uncomfortable to him. He just can't handle it, like I said before.
Okay. Yeah. No, I see what you mean.
But you're still not satisfied with the way he died, though.
I get why he did it. I get that he wanted to die. I get that he wanted to break Vash. I guess there wasn't enough fireworks for me. I get the whole mental thing, but like on screen kind of thing, it was just like kind of like shoot me in the head. That's it. You know.
I see what you're saying. You wanted it like framed differently. You wanted it to be like a glorious death, like a little more glorious.
Yes, I want him like riding on a horse, coming in like trying to like chop Vash's head off, and like Vash like. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
That would be cool, though. Okay. That would be cool.
That would be cool. Would be cool. If animators out there or Church yourself, if you want to do that for the abridged, keep that one. That one's a freebie, guys. Okay. Let's start like wrapping this up. Final thoughts on Trigun for yourself, Church.
Oh boy, it's kind of hard to summarize the whole show in just a few minutes, but I think that the reason it kind of hits home for me is because this show kind of changed my outlook on life. Like, I was growing up in high school, and I was a very quiet, introverted, not wanting to talk to anybody type of kid, and I really didn't like socializing. I was more so like, everybody's stupid. I feel like I'm the smartest person in the world. Like, I think we've all had that point in our lives, but
yeah.
But I checked out the show, and like the way that the character acted, and just Vash's personality in general just kind of lit me up in a way, and I kind of saw the world in a different way. Like the way he said that like just through his actions alone, more so through his actions than the way he's like the things he's talked about, and just how free and happy he is despite like the horrible life he's lived. And it made me think, like, if a cartoon character can live a happier life than I can, then I'm obviously not living the right life.
Right.
And in all honesty, I guess the best way to describe Trigun is it's a fun ride with lots of creative characters, really compelling story, villains, good guys, bad guys, philosophy, ethics, morals, all kinds of really cool stuff. I mean, all the stuff like just being said does not do it justice. It's honestly something that if you haven't seen it yet, and if you're watching it, or if you're watching this podcast and you haven't seen it yet, why are you at this point is my first question. Secondly, my second question is, why aren't you watching it right now?
Yeah, basically. For me, final thoughts. Absolutely an amazing anime. I'm glad I watched it. I picked it up because like Church was like, "This is my favorite ever." I'm like, okay, if it's your favorite ever, it's worth a watch for the first episode. Then I got hooked. That's it. That's all. I told you, as soon as he got through the first episode, I think, or actually, I don't remember when I said it, but he just messaged me and said, "I'm going to start Trigun," and I said, "That is a classic gem, and you need to finish the whole thing." Yeah,
I was honestly worried as to whether or not if you would like it. I was honestly worried if you wouldn't like it.
I loved it. And okay, let's quickly plug our stuff in here. So thank you so much for checking out this side podcast. If maybe we can make this like a thing, like once a month or something. I don't know. If you guys if you guys enjoy this podcast, make sure to like, subscribe, all that stuff. Church, where can people find you online?
Okay, well, you guys can find me online. You can find me on Facebook at GoProKyo Arts. I don't post on Facebook as much, but I am a lot more active on my Twitter, which is I think it's Church Christensen, or you can find it at GoProKyo /Twitter. And you can also find me using my voice on Naruto Abridged or in any other like fun projects on the Daydreamer Studios page, which will be linked in the description. And you can also find my YouTube channel, GoProKyo, with not too much to find on there, but you will be seeing some animations sometime soon. And
awesome.
I'll hand it off to you, Jaian, if you're gonna close or if you're gonna promote yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I'll just really quickly. I mean, if you're watching this video, you're right on my channel. I have this other series called Anime Podcasters. We have a bunch of episodes where just a bunch of Kyo too, where we talk about anime. So make sure to check that out. All my links will be in the description. I'll make it that simple. And also, quick plug: by the time you're listening to this, podcast, I will have a new anime remix of Bleach. I remixed a song from Bleach, and that's on my channel right now. Go check it out.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.